Hello, everybody. Today I want to talk about prayer because it is very, very important to read the Bible and know what the Bible is saying for yourself, and just to see how the Bible speaks to your heart personally. But it's also very important to be prayerful. And I did a little bit of research about this. I mean, there is so much to say about prayer. So much. This is actually the second video I'm making about this. The first one I couldn't even post because it was a little bit too long, and I have to post fairly short videos. So I would encourage you just to Google some scriptures about prayer. I mean, there are so many to choose from, but I picked a short one, and it is 1 Thessalonians 5:16, 17, and 18. Real short, it says, "Be joyful always, pray continually, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Jesus Christ." So, yes, it is very important to pray continually and have that be a part of your life. And it is difficult just because life is very busy for everybody. Pretty much no matter what your lot in life is, unless you're retired or something like that, everybody just has a lot going on. So it can be a little bit difficult to find the time, but you have to just kind of discipline yourself and just kind of make prayer a part of your life. And what I think that prayer does for you, the practice of praying continuously, I really think it conditions your heart. It softens your heart, makes you more sensitive to other people, which is something that we're really, really lacking in the world. We just live in a very, very hard-hearted world. Like, people are very hard-hearted, and I just feel like prayer helps with a lot of that. At least it's helped me. I feel like it's helped me with bitterness, with just things that go on in the world. I think it's really easy to look at certain things and feel kind of like victimized, and let those feelings just kind of like crystallize around your heart and make it hard. But sometimes I just have to kneel before God and ask for forgiveness for being an unloving person, and also just ask God to, help me to not hold a grudge, help me to not be hateful. Like, you really need to take those things and lay it down at the cross. And I know that for a lot of people, being really hard and kind of being hateful and walking around with a chip on your shoulder is kind of a defense mechanism. You don't have to walk around with this chip on your shoulder in order to like not be victimized. You know what I mean? It's almost like everybody has this gangbanger mentality, where everyone's just trying to prove like how hardcore they are. And I just feel like that's like across the board, honestly, like in all various walks of life. And you can draw boundaries and be firm on your boundaries. I think that that's important, in order to not be victimized by people or taken advantage of by people. And you can still have a joyful heart, and you can still be a loving person and show that side of yourself. I really just think it comes down to boundaries, and not just, walking around with a chip on your shoulder. And I feel like that's what I've gotten through being prayerful and reading the Bible and knowing what God says about things. So anyway, I will probably make other videos about prayer just because it's such a deep topic, and there are some other scriptures that I kind of wanted to touch on, but YouTube just is not going to give me enough time. I will say real quick, when I was a child, it was really important to my mother that I learn the Lord's Prayer. And that's Matthew 6:9-13, and it's, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Through my research recently, I realized that I had memorized that a little bit wrong. Just some of the words were a little bit off, and I tried to reconcile myself and look had other translations, but it didn't help. Like I just memorized it wrong. But anyway, that's here nor there. I memorized the Lord's Prayer, which I want to make a whole nother video about that at some point, just talking about the Lord's Prayer and what it's really saying. You know, it's kind of intense. But because I did memorize that as a child, sometimes when I'm getting ready for work in the morning, I will, you know, do my hair, do my makeup, get myself presentable, and then I will just kneel down in the bathroom or maybe behind me in the bedroom or on my way out the front door and just say the Lord's Prayer real quick. It's our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. And when you pause to think about it, that encompasses a lot so that you're not just babbling on something that you just memorized by rote as a child. And I say it's good to memorize that passage, or it has been to me, just because, you know, you want to have a active prayer life, but sometimes you don't have anything to say. Sometimes you don't have anything necessarily like pressing on your mind. So that's just something that just kind of helped me. So yeah, prayer is good. It's a good exercise. Makes you more sensitive to people. Kind of, you know, when you see something that someone's going through, you just kind of make a mental note, okay, let me just pray for that person and what they're going through and that situation. So now I just think that that helps you as a human being to just be a better human being with a better heart and a bigger heart. And that's what I really feel like prayer does for you. I don't think that it is like how some people make it, like rubbing a genie's lamp. Oh Lord, I want a Mercedes. Not that you can't be blessed like that, because I've been blessed like that. I really have. I have been blessed with some material things and financial things in my life. So it's not to say that there's anything wrong with getting a blessing like that, and that it won't happen, but I don't think it's the end all be all. And I don't even think it's the greatest thing that happens through prayer. So once again, the verse I wanted to reference is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 16, 17, and 18. Thank you.